Welcome back to Behind the Beauty, where we sit down with beauty and wellness founders who have built real businesses and not just aesthetic brands. This series is about real stories, real clients, real growth, and what it actually takes to succeed in the beauty industry today. Today, I'm joined by Myra.
Hi.
Hi. She's the founder of House of Youth, a results-driven skincare studio here in North Hollywood, known for acne transformations, anti-aging treatments, and customized skin protocols. So if you care about skin, client results, or building a beauty business that actually works, this is going to be a good one for you. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So Myra, for anyone that's meeting you for the first time, can you please tell us a little bit more about your space and what you're doing here?
Okay, so House of Youth is a spa where we specialize in skin and body care, but mainly we are doing facials. Our protocols mainly are customized facials, but we also have Diamond Glow. We are pretty popular now for the lymphatic drainage since it's pretty popular on social media, and a lot of people are seeing great results with that. Okay. We also do body wraps, compression therapy. We are specialized in medium depth chemical peels. So we're keeping everyone youthful here.
Wow, so really everything from face to entire body as far as skin treatments go, you can come and find a service that's for you here at House of Youth.
Yes.
Okay, great. So if someone is, let's say, walking in for their very first facial, what is that experience like from start to finish? How do you treat a very first-time patient?
So very first time facial, we definitely start with a detailed consultation and looking into their skin, their lifestyle, the products that they use. So while they're in the room with me, I start talking and asking the questions to see what they've been using, what's their concern, and if their expectations are realistic and what they're expecting from me. And then with the detailed consultation, if we decide to proceed with the treatment with the facial, while I'm doing the facial, I explain them the protocol, and then throughout the treatment, I tell them what I'm doing. And then at the end of the facial, I usually wrap it up what it's necessary after the facial.
Aftercare,
how to keep up and how to maintain the skin. If they need to come back, we schedule them for another treatment. If they're not, then if they need a simple skincare routine, we'll try to give them a simple skin care routine if it's needed.
Yeah, so everything is so unique. You know, every time someone comes in, it's a completely different assessment. And some people, it looks like whatever the result is that they're looking for, it's a one-time thing. They might come in and you give them an aftercare at-home routine. Sometimes it's a long-term plan, and they need to routinely come back in, depending on what you guys are working on and what results they want to be able to receive.
Yes, yeah. That's the whole process.
Start to finish. Process.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I love hearing things like that. I like to hear what your approach is with skincare, and just, you know, because everybody is different, and it really goes to say that you have so many different services here. Naturally, the process is going to be different. The approach is going to be different. So it's good to know for everyone that's coming in.
Yeah, everyone's definitely the facial gets customized. Everybody's skin is different. Everybody's lifestyle is different. So we have to make sure we simplify instead of giving them complicated skincare routine.
Yeah, because if it gets too complicated, people won't continue at home.
Yes.
You know,
I always say less is more.
Yeah, of course. What do you think makes your place here different from any of your competitors, you would say?
What makes different is we customize. Besides customization, we provide a luxury service as well. With every client gets a different approach, and everybody is treated uniquely. Okay,
so you would say you have a really interpersonal relationship with your clients, and that added value is something that sets you apart from everyone else. Whereas other, places, are rolling through clients, you're more like in tune to their journey.
We're more results driven, and we try to provide a more different approach. We're a little bit thinking out of box instead of just following like a skincare company or a facials protocol. So we can customize the masks, the skincare.
Interesting.
It's a whole different journey, but we try to keep it as a luxury as possible as well.
Okay, so instead of it just being like, this is a product we just put on you, you really mix and match certain things. You almost make a cocktail of a skincare solution.
I actually play a little scientist behind them.
Okay.
Yes, I definitely mix and match the masks. Okay. That's what makes us unique.
Okay, that's good to know. Myra, in your opinion, who's like your ideal client? Like your favorite type of client that's walking in?
My ideal client is someone who is willing to commit to the treatment and also to follow the directions and the protocols that I give them. I have a lot of clients, especially because I work with acne clients. So there's a lot of clients that I tell them, oh, let us avoid certain foods and we're gonna have to figure out which food is impacting your skin. So I have clients that they really follow whatever I said, but some of them, they just don't care. And I said, I'm gonna discharge you if you don't follow whatever I ask.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's not only me, it's also what they do at home. So if I ask them to take certain food out of their system, so it means they need to follow that. If they don't, they're gonna think, oh, Myra didn't do anything. It's not working.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I understand that it's not always just what you're putting on top of the skin, but it's gut health, it's what's going on inside that's also reflecting on the outside. There's only so much that you're going to be able to do if they're not also taking care of certain things internally.
Definitely,
as well.
Yeah. I always tell my clients, we're like personal trainers. So when you go to somebody to train and they tell you, okay, let us watch your food, you can't go and binge eat and then just expect you to be skinny. Same with us.
I love the comparison. You're like, I'm a personal trainer for your face.
For your face, yes. So please follow the skincare routine and also just watch your food where you're eating, because whatever you put in your body, it's also impacting your skin.
Tell us some things that you know, maybe the audience doesn't know. Like, what would you say are some of the biggest no-no foods that impact your face?
So the biggest no-no foods are chips, junk food.
Anything highly processed.
Anything highly processed, but also anything that is pasteurized is also impacting. So we have to be careful when a lot of our Armenians like to eat bread. That's also one of the
bread,
like gluten. Yeah, we usually take that out from the diet too. That's the first thing that I always ask.
So processed foods, gluten and cheese. Majority of cheeses?
Majority of cheeses. So it really, it's one of the congestions that it's very hard to clean when people are eating anything that is pasteurized.
That's interesting.
But also my teenagers, so the chips is the major issue that we have. And I understand, and I could definitely tell when they come back, I'm like, you've been bad with your food, because I could see from the area.
So it really, those are the foods that result in congested skin.
Yes, but spiciness, chocolate and stuff like that, everything impacts. We have to figure out what's impacting their gut.
Okay, this is really, really good for everyone to know and for me to know. I need to maybe cut back on some cheese.
Yeah, we all love cheese.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Would you say that there's ever a client that isn't a fit for you? That you typically turn away and you go, maybe you need a different solution that you're not going to find here?
So I did have a few clients like that. I always love having challenging clients, especially when it comes to acne. I challenge myself, but I love to get into that crazy protocol, and just with the acne clients, I go a little bit more aggressive, but I don't want to impact the barrier. So that's very important for me. I usually make sure they have a very healthy barrier before I proceed anything aggressive, like chemical peels. But I have clients that have very high expectations. They want to overnight results. And when I'm looking at their skin, I'm like, I can't do that. So I don't think so. I'm the right fit for you. So, but I also have clients, some of them that it's very, I feel like it's out of my own scope. So some of them, they do need Accutane. Some of them, they need more medical approach. So I always tell them, I said, I mean, I can help you here, but I think it's also best for you to go see a dermatologist so they can help you from their as a medical approach.
Yeah, I mean, it's never a one-size-fits-all solution. There's going to be people that are like, let's try this approach before we do something maybe as drastic as Accutane. But there's some people that just aren't necessarily a candidate, and that's going to maybe be a better solution for them. This could be something that they supplement it with as well.
Yeah.
Right?
I also have clients when they come with perfect skin, and that's my pet peeve. I always say,
why are you here?
Why are you here? Don't come back. Don't fix anything that is not broken. Yeah, because I said just invest into good skincare and just do it at home. Instead of you coming here and just getting a one exfoliation masking, take that home and just do it at home, and just because some of them don't even
So a lot of people that have great skin, they come here because, well,
they want an extra glow.
Yeah, they want to maybe maintain, or they want to, you know when they say something like it's never good enough in your own eyes, or like you nitpick on one or two things, but in those types of client situations, you're saying maybe the best thing is to just do something at home for yourself and have a great skincare routine.
Yes. Yeah, because, just doing one-time treatment here and spending that money that they can spend here, they can invest into skincare and they can have a daily routine.
Okay.
And I try to educate them because some people are not aware skincare protocol, putting certain skincares, layering them is you need to know which one goes after what.
Yeah, that's very true. Knowing like the routine and exactly how to do it. Do you guys offer curated skincare plans here? Or do you typically advise them to go buy X, Y, and Z products elsewhere?
No, we always have skincare here. We never push anybody to purchase anything from us. I never upsell. I offer. I educate them. If they're willing to purchase, that's fine with me. But some of them, they say, I'll go and look in like Sephora, which is a big mistake because when they go to Sephora, at Sephora, they upsell them. They sell them wrong products. They don't know how their skin. They're just sales associates. They're not estheticians. And when you're comparing, not these days, the products, the prices, Sephora and the professional skincare line, it's almost the same, if not more. Yes, but I never push. So if they want to purchase, I create a protocol, and I always make sure it's simple, because if you overwhelm them with the skincare, they're not going to continue. It's going to be the first week after that, they're going to be tired.
How do you go about picking what kind of products you want to carry here at House of Youth?
So I love to have medical and also organic. So the more medical approach skincare that I have is Skin Better. I love Skin Better products, but I also have Eminence. Eminence is an organic line, but it's a very result-driven line. I love working with Eminence. Even my back bar, it's with Eminence. I also have PCA, which is a professional line that I've been working with them since 2009. I mix and match. Some clients, I can just mix from three or four different companies, because this company's vitamin C is better than the other one.
How do you go about figuring all these things out, testing it? Are you speaking to other estheticians? Or how are you doing your research on all these brands before bringing it here? Do you test it on yourself? Or what's your process like, not only just with skincare, but with any of the other treatments or lasers or services that you think to offer here?
So anything we offer here, we try to test by ourselves, especially me. Sometimes if there is a certain skincare that I don't think I'm going to benefit, I'm not going to notice any results, I give to one of my staff members and I have them to test it out. But yes, I'm a product junkie, so I try to test out different products. Also talking to other estheticians, so to see, hey, is this, because if I sometimes see on their Instagram, and I'll be like, hey, is this good? Have you used this?
Yeah.
How do you like it? And then I also bring the reps in, and then I talk to them, and then I kind of try to figure out if it's something that I want to carry in my spa or not. So that's how I go by. But we definitely do test out on ourselves before, yes.
Yeah.
Especially back bar, but when it's a mask or it's an enzyme that it's going to burn, I always test out on myself to see how it feels, because if I apply on a client, I want to let them know, listen, this is going to burn, this is going to be extra spicy, this is going to be a little bit mild. So I always want to warm them, because some people
you really are like cooking
panic.
back there.
Yeah, and I love using spicy enzymes, definitely, yes.
Okay, it's really good to hear all these things, because it makes a lot of sense, the approach that you have. I'm sure a lot of other estheticians are curious about that. They're also wondering what to bring in, and I'm sure they go through a similar process. It's just always interesting for me to hear how you guys go about approaching that, and everybody does it differently.
Differently, yeah.
Everybody does it differently, and you were just explaining what you guys do here, and I think that that's really good that you test everything before bringing it in.
Yes, definitely.
So just kind of wanting to know a little bit more about you, Myra, what was it that made you fall in love with skin and skincare? Do you remember when you first fell in love with this process?
It was actually my skin journey. I suffered from acne. That's why I'm specialized into acne. So when a client comes in, I know which area is going to hurt most when I extract. And I always tell them, oh, this is an area you're going to feel more pinching, you're going to feel more pressure, because I suffered from acne.
Wow.
So when it comes to acne clients, I know with my eyes closed, I know A to Z how it's going to work, and I always try to educate them and be like, okay, this is the skincare that is going to help you, because there are different type of acne. So there is pustular acne, there is like blackhead acne. We have to understand and also educate where their acne is coming from. But it was mainly my skincare, my skin journey that it made me to fall in love, and I became so passionate about skin.
Do you feel like, I mean, because I would never guess that you had your own acne journey. Your skin is so beautiful. If only you guys could see her skin close up, it's like amazing. But were you the one that went through an entire process and healed yourself, or did you seek out other estheticians, other dermatologists? Like, what got you from there to here today?
So it was actually combination of both. I would go to dermatologists, and the first thing they prescribe you is either tretinoid, or they put you on antibiotic, which is, I don't like that. Not a lot of people are benefiting from that. I'm not saying it's not working, it does, but once they get off from antibiotic, it just comes back. But I started to experimenting with acids, so with chemical peels. It's not just only extractions, but when you extract, you have to make sure you disinfect that pore so it doesn't come back. So I started understanding by myself, doing of course, I did some crazy stuff, burning my own skin, but that's how you learn. But gradually I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do. That's why I'm so, when I see acne clients, I'm like, wow, I can't wait to get my hands on you.
Because you kind of see a piece of yourself in that acne client.
And I want to help them. So it's not for me, it's like it's just any other client. It's a journey for me, because I went through that journey. So I want to help them out, and just so they can see their glow, so they can feel good in themselves, in their skin, and just have that confidence and be like, hey, I could just walk around like that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, you know, I think that makes for some of the best estheticians, because truly, like, they want that for their client, and they know what they've been through. They relate to them on a completely other level.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, it's a whole different journey when it comes to acne. It's kind of like a personal.
So would you say that was kind of when you decided, you know what, I want to build my own brand and I want to do this, what part made you flip and think, now that I've done this and I've gotten myself through the process, I actually want to go do this and help other people as well, regardless of acne, maybe they have other skin concerns, whatever it may be. What made you have that flip moment?
So I wanted to have my own freedom, have my own schedule instead of working for somebody else, because I worked for almost 10 years at a med spa. And then I decided to spread my wings, because when you work for yourself, then you can be like, hey, I can work with this company, instead of asking the person you work for, I can bring this product, I can bring that product, I can use this on my client, and just have a different approach. And you can spend enough, you don't have to spend that 1 hour. You can spend an hour and a half on a client. So, but also it was just more like, okay, this is time for me to grow and just kind of spread my wings and also have my own, my own practice.
Have your own practice, your own space, your ability to decide how you want to approach your relationship with your clients, the treatment that you want to be able to provide, the value of care that you want to provide to them. I think that that's amazing, knowing that like you recognize that you could take it a step further and you could elevate that experience for them. Was there ever a time where you started to like, once you've opened for the first time, working for yourself, that you felt like, okay, I feel confident in this, like I can actually do this? I don't know what that might have looked like, maybe a successful month for you or a successful week. Did you ever have this like aha moment of like, I took the risk, I went to do this on my own, and I feel like I did it?
Yeah, once you start noticing your clients are coming back, you're having referrals from your other clients, and you're noticing that people are talking highly about you instead of you being just another esthetician, then you're like, well, I got that respect, I have that name for myself. But it's also, it's not gaining clientele, it's also being able to keep them. Yeah. So you always have to keep them happy, because if somebody comes in acneic skin and they have nicer and glowier skin now, it's harder to get that extra mile of getting them extra glow to keep them happy. So it's not only having the clients to your door, but also being able to keep them. But yes, once I noticed that flow of the clients and also the referral source, I was like, wow, this is, because my clients are mainly word of mouth.
Yeah, and that's amazing. That just goes to show like how much great work you're doing here, that not only are you able to retain them, you're able to, they love the service here so much, and they love the experience and the results here, that they want to go and tell their family about it, tell their friends about it, and have them come here. So you're right, it's not just like, oh, you know, it's, I saw more business coming in. It's, where is that business coming from? It's coming from, they're loving the services that they're getting here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's amazing. I hear that all the time from different, you know, any different founder from across the beauty and wellness industry, that truly it's when they start realizing that they're getting organic referrals from people that love the work that they do, that's the most rewarding part.
That's the most rewarding, that's the best part of it.
Was there ever a time before you came and started your own space that there was like a fear in the back of your mind that might have almost stopped you?
Yes, I had oops moments. Sometimes when I would had, I'm used to being booked full back to back. Sometimes there have been some moments that, like, if I had 1 or 2 client cancellation and I couldn't fill in, I'm like, am I not doing something wrong? Is there something going on? Or my schedule was a little bit slow. I would be like, okay, I need to do a different approach. Maybe I'm not doing something right. Maybe I have to change this. I had those moments. Sometimes you doubt to yourself. You're like thinking, okay, am I good enough? Am I going to be able to keep my clients? But every time you have to be educate yourself more and more. And also you have to be on top of the beauty industry, because every day there's a new equipment, there's new product, there's a new treatments that you want to be on top of it. You don't want to fall behind.
What you just said is so important, because a lot of people feel that same way. They have an off week, or the schedule is falling apart and there's a lot of gaps. They get self-conscious about, am I doing something? Are people running away? It could just be a fluke thing, but you get into your head about it. You mentioned that, you thought, okay, I'm going to change up my strategy a little bit. What is the best way you go about filling up gaps or any openings, things like that? What do you tend to do to make up for a less busy schedule whenever that might happen?
So we usually post on social media if we have a gap, and I have a lot of clients that I guess they have check mark notification.
Wow,
when we post it, they see it and they just take it. Either they're texting me or they're calling to the office. But that's the only way, or I'll text the client being like, hey, I got a cancellation. Do you think you're going to be able to make it? But other than that, that's the only way.
So you find that like actually being able to post last minute, whatever it is, on social media, you end up getting right away, like someone wanted that last minute booked appointment.
I even had instances, sometimes I had client texting me and I was trying to book a client and I already noticed somebody else booked that slot. So I had sometimes instances like that too, but most of the time it gets filled up.
Yeah, see, it's just, how can you utilize social media? There's so many ways to go about it. Like another person that, oh, okay, whatever, there's a gap. No, take advantage. There could be another client that's following you that wants to come in, and then, you fill up your slot, right? Instead of having an empty hour in your day.
I don't like to be sitting and waiting for a client. I like to be busy, back to back.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So Myra, you said how like the moment that you went through your own skincare journey, that you were inspired to help other people go through their own skin journey as well, and give them that confidence. But can you talk to us a little bit more about the steps that you took, to get there?
To get there, the steps I took was after my own skin journey, I was like, okay, I can help others to feel confident in their own skin. So I have background training back in Europe, and then I went to Armenia to get some training. And then when I moved to United States back in 2005, I went to beauty school again to learn the more American approach. So I have a background from different countries. And then I got more into skincare when I got hired at the med spa and started working with medical grade products, because there's two types of estheticians. So there's an esthetician, like a regular esthetician, and medical grade. I love the medical grade approach. And then gradually I started getting more trainings with the companies here and there, and with the experience of having some oopsie moments with the clients, then it was like, okay, this is it. I can help. I'm so confident treating an acne.
So you have a really interesting holistic approach. You've had so many different background trainings, European, American, medical grade. You've gone, you've learned so many different types of treatment plans, different techniques, that you have like this well-rounded grasp of knowledge, and you can apply that to your customers and to your clients. Whereas, someone that maybe is only trained here has a very straightforward, this is what I know, but you're able to like take so many different pieces of knowledge. I think knowledge is key. The more that you know, the better that you can assess a situation. Do you find that having all your different background knowledge has helped you out so much with customized plans for your patients?
Yes, definitely, because that's you're having a different approach to the skin. Then you'll be like, oh, okay, I can use this organic with this medical grade. Okay, this is what I learned in United States, but this is what I learned back in Europe, and I can apply that to here, because it's two different trainings. Back in Europe is more nourishing, hydrating, protecting the barrier. Here in the United States, we work a lot with acids. So I apply both together, and it comes out a great
This is the
result.
cocktail that you're talking about.
This is the cocktail that I'm talking about.
Because someone might think like, oh my God, that's clashing, right? The European approach and then the American medical grade approach with like certain.
But it works perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you know how to make a good cocktail.
Yeah. I even bring some of the products from Europe. My sister still lives in Germany, so I asked her to ship me some, because there are certain products that United States doesn't have it, and it's not the same quality as
different formulations.
Definitely, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, this is very interesting and very unique to, I feel like, House of Youth. Not everyone is going to be able to offer that to their clients.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk to us a little bit about maybe something that you thought would be easy in this industry but wasn't, or maybe something that was like really hard going in and it turned out to be easier than it was, one or the other?
So going into this industry it's not easy. There's a lot of competition going on.
That's the competition, yeah.
You don't want to. I'm not the type that I want to stand out. I'm not the type that I'm constantly on social media. I try to be very low-key, but I try to have a different connection, different approach with my clients. Some of my clients, we end up becoming friends. And I want to give them that vibe when they come here. They're not getting judged what's going on with their skin.
Yeah.
They're going to be comfortable laying down and not thinking, oh, she's going to think my skin is bad, this and that. My approach is different, so I'm more my approach is more to be helpful, to give them that comfort, but at the same time they're gonna get that at the House of Youth, that luxury service. When they walk out, they kind of feel like they're $1 million worth $1 million. Yes,
you're so right. Like, people that are coming in here, they're seeking help. They're in a vulnerable position. They're dealing with some insecurities, whether that be body, face, anything that has to do with the treatments that they're getting here. And being in the right hands and knowing that like you're providing top level of care and a very sympathetic approach, sometimes to the point that, best friendships come out of it. That is, I think, what really sets you apart from some of your competition that looks at them just an analytical point of view and that's it. Yeah. In and out. They don't have that personal relationship.
We always create a whole different era over here.
Yeah.
Sometimes I also go with my skin journey. I sometimes show them there are certain acne scars that I still have that they're hard to treat, and I
really
show them,
where I can't see them.
on the side. But I always say we'll get there. It's just it takes time, patience, and also dedication to get there where we need to be.
Can you talk to me a little bit about like your early days here? Maybe what did the first 6 months look like when you were coming into this space? Anything about like the construction of it or something you didn't realize, oh my God, this is so costly? I don't know.
Yeah, that was not easy. So when I started from day one, I would walk in with this construction guys and like a petite girl walking in and telling him what to do. And I was telling them A to Z. I'm the only one who designed. I told them I want this, I want this way, I want that way, the colors, everything, the furniture. I did not have an interior designer, it was me. But yes, I did not expect to be this costly. But I was like, okay, I wanted to have the luxury service. I want to have the luxury spa. I want them to walk in and feel welcome, but I wanted to make it like a more warm environment. Yeah. But it was very challenging. I had to work extra shifts in order for me to be able to financially be able to make it to this point.
Right, because the cost was something that you didn't necessarily anticipate being as much as it was. Knowing what you know in hindsight about how long it took to build out the whole space, from ordering all the beds in all the rooms, all the furniture here, everything that you had to take care of, from plumbing to electrical. What would you tell Myra back then when she was just starting? What kind of advice would you give her? Would you tell her like, hey, make sure you have more than what you've allocated for your budget, or make sure you have more time than you anticipated because construction went longer? What do you think you would tell her?
I would say more time because the construction took longer than expected. So I was keep pushing my grand opening from this month to another month. But the outcome was amazing. So I was like, every morning when I walk in, because I'm the first one who always walks in, and when I wake up, I can't wait to be here. When I walk in, I'm like, I did it. Give yourself a pat to your shoulders. Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space here. It's incredible, but it is so true. Like, a lot of people don't know the amount that it takes going into it.
It's a hard work, dedication, extra shifts of working. I would post on social media, I'd be like, I have a 10 p.m. client. I have 10 p.m. appointment available, and my client will be like, Myra, do you even sleep? I'm like, nope, I have a goal to reach.
I love that. I really love that. Myra, I just thought about something. Have you ever had a really like difficult client situation? Like a really like, I don't know, either a horror story or like a very difficult client situation with whatever their skincare routine was?
So I had clients, especially when clients come in and they start complaining about their other estheticians, then that's a oopsie moment. So because they can do the same with me. But the difficult clients are the ones that they want they want overnight results. And I always say, whatever you have going on, that's not going to work.
The ones with unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic expectations. So you need to have some patience. You need to work with me. But if I notice they're just not willing to work, I said, I don't think I'm the right esthetician for you.
Okay. What about, like, can you tell me, is there a great first time real skin transformation story that you thought, wow, I cannot believe this client went from here all the way to there? Was there ever a really big transformation that you worked on?
Yes, I have quite a few. I'm just not good taking pictures. Yes, I had clients that we saw amazing transformation even after 3 treatments. Like, as long as they followed with their skincare protocols, their diet. I was also amazed. I was like, wow, we did it. Because I don't say I did it. It's just we, because it's me and the client.
It's like a team effort.
Yes, and I was like, wow. Now we're working on your acne scarring. That's the best portion. When a client comes in and they're so kind of concerned about their acne scarring, I'm like, that's our least concern. First, we need to work on this acne. We need to get to the core, and then the scarring is the easiest part for us.
Wow, so when you can really take a client from like very bad acne situation to clearing the acne to now let's battle the scarring to now you have like incredible skin and seeing them go through that entire line of transformation. So that's probably been...
That's the most rewarding.
Wow, rewarding moment for you. Okay, amazing. So how do you build that trust with clients, you know, for acne stories like that, for clients that require like a long-term skin journey? How do you get them to trust you, to stay with you long enough to get to that incredible wow result?
So the first thing you want them to feel more trusted is not upsell them the products, not upsell them the treatments, and not tell them to come back in about a week. I always tell them there's a possibility of you to purge. Don't be afraid. Anytime if you purge after a facial, you're more than welcome to come back. They're not going to be charged for it. I always tell all my clients, even if there's one pimple that you can't handle, come back. I rather take care of that instead of you picking at it. But like a long-term trust is you want them to feel like they're not, you don't see them as money. You see them as somebody that you're trying to help. My approach is not about money or making a business or just growing the business. My approach is being as an esthetician to be helpful, and I'm always there for you. Even though you break out after a facial, come back, I'll take care of you. That's how they just kind of feel like, oh, okay, it's not about money. It's not about selling a service. It's about her helping me. And that's my approach.
I love that. That's like the sweetest thing I think, you know, I've ever heard from an esthetician, because not everyone provides that level of service where they go, oh, you know what, your skin purged? Okay, come in free of charge. or a lot of people in that situation, they're so vulnerable that if you were to tell them, buy these 12 products from me directly, they would potentially, because
but I don't do that.
So you never put them in a situation to take advantage. You know that this is where they're at and it's a long-term journey. If they ever need something down the line, if they want to invest in Skin Better products or this product, or they want to do their own type of routine, everybody's unique. And you know,
even with their skincare, sometimes when they ask me to purchase a skincare, I'm like, why don't we see what you have at home? I have a lot of clients that have been to other estheticians that they have some products, cleansers, moisturizers that we can work with it. It might be like, okay, let us take this cleanser out or keep your cleanser. I'll just give you a different moisturizer. So I try to just work with their own products as well, instead of just giving them the whole new line.
Yeah, I think that's great. Why not show your clients that maybe some of the products they're using are already great for them, or maybe educating them that, hey, I know you bought this product thinking it's going to be really good for you, but this and this and this are the ingredients that are actually like not good, and they're harmful, and maybe they're causing some of the problems that you're experiencing. Right now, Myra, if someone wanted to book with you, what is your booking approach? Do you have a booking system that has payments included? Do people just DM you to make appointments? How does someone go about making an appointment
So
here?
we have variety. We have a booking system. We work with Vagaro.
Okay.
We have clients, the new clients, they're calling to the office, but my old clients, 10 plus years that they've been with me, they're texting me.
Okay.
So I'm trying to catch up with everyone's text. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm so sorry, I'm too late. A little bit 2 days late to your text, but I tried.
Yeah. I think
it's a hustle now.
Would you say having a booking system has like really helped with managing, you know, the whole booking appointment process?
Definitely. I always had a booking system, but my clients, some of them like that intimate moment, and I don't mind to reply to their text and just help them to book by myself. Some of them, they're not familiar with the booking system, or they just don't want to go through that.
Sure.
I don't mind to help them. So I just said, okay, I'll just book you in. This is what it's available, and we just go back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. For people that are maybe interested in looking into Vagaro's software, other estheticians, other beauty professionals, what would you say are some of your favorite things about it, and maybe some of the drawbacks, some things that you don't like about it?
Vagaro is an amazing system. I love using Vagaro. I had other systems previously, but Vagaro is very easy to maneuver.
Okay.
The only iffy moment is their consent forms. So they don't have any consent forms in their system.
Virtual.
There is a virtual, but you have to create. So we usually create over here our own consent forms. So for people, when they book, then we just email them the forms to sign, and we have to follow up, make sure the forms are signed and everything.
So there's no current situation where you can upload your own personal form onto Vagaro and have people do it electronically there?
Yes, you can, but it's like there are certain consent forms that they need to type in if they have any medical history or to check marks. So if you upload, it's a little bit harder. It's just a blank form they're gonna sign.
Oh, okay.
So the one that we create by ourselves, it's they can apply check marks or add some information about their health history. I prefer that.
How do you say that you handle like any no-shows or late cancellations with your clients?
So I try to avoid charging them, but if they have an emergency, I completely understand. We all have kids, we all have emergency situation, I understand. But if somebody says, oh, I slept in, sorry, can I come later? I actually either try not to book them in. I don't charge them, but sometimes when I get annoyed, we do charge the cancellation fee, which is 50% of their treatment, or we just avoid booking them. We don't need clients that they don't respect our time.
100%. I think that respect is a two-way street. You're taking your time out of the day. They need to respect coming in. The same way they wouldn't respect if you had an early morning client and they're waiting out of the door and you're just walking in late.
Yes,
oh, I'm
definitely.
so sorry. And they have other things going on too during their day.
Yes.
So that's really important. Do you require deposits like before they come in, maybe for certain services?
No, we don't require deposits yet. Since
Okay, you've never
most of
felt
our
that you had
clients,
to?
yes, most of our clients showed up, but we do have their credit card on file
Okay.
in case of situations like this. But again, we avoid charging them.
Yeah, I understand that completely. I'm glad that it hasn't had to come to the point of
Yeah.
you like needing to always require deposits. We talked so much about skincare journeys and the products that you supply here, but I want to hear a little bit more about the treatments. What would you say are like your top 3 favorite treatments here?
So my top 3 favorite treatments are, we have Korean body scrub. It's the OG and everyone loves it. We have an amazing technician. Her name is also Myra.
Okay.
We do have lymphatic drainage. I love getting lymphatic drainage massages. It's like when people have inflammation. I have even clients that walk in and they just want to do the lymphatic drainage massages because they have an event and they feel like a little bit bloated. They just want to have a little bit of a contour. They do a few treatments and it's amazing. We also have electrolysis.
Oh, wow.
Our
okay.
lady, she's licensed and specialized, and we're using the latest machine. Those are the top 3 treatments that we do here.
Yeah.
Yes, besides the facials.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, not a lot of places offer electrolysis actually, which is like really interesting. I know a lot of girlfriends of mine that talk about it. A lot of them say the experience has been super painful for them, and that's kind of one of the reasons why they veer away from it. What is this like latest electrolysis technology that you offer, you were saying?
The latest technology we use is the Aperos machine. It's an amazing, I'm not saying it's not painful, but it's not as painful compared to the other machines.
Okay.
It's all the parts are disposable, so we don't reuse any of the needles. We don't sterilize or any of the parts that touches a client. And it's the most safest that it does not leave any scarring.
Okay, so a lot of the older machines
Do leave some
they
scarring.
do leave scarring.
Yes.
Okay,
and
this
I've
is
seen we had to treat scarring from the electrolysis, especially when it comes to upper lip. A lot of people can get hypopigmentation, which is like a lighter dots that it shows because it's a loss of color.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is so good to know. A lot of people think that they're going in to handle one issue and then they're creating another issue for themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit more about you and your growth within this business. How have you feel like it has changed you as a person?
It has changed me as a person, so I have a lot of responsibilities. I have not only having a family, having 3 kids, but also this is one of my babies. So I'm the one who always walks in early and I'm the one who always walks out of here. But I have a lot of responsibilities. Being a business owner, at the beginning, you're the custodian, you're the front desk, you're the CEO,
You're wearing
the
a million
accountant.
hats. Yeah.
Yes, but also you have this responsibility on your shoulder that every client, even though you're not the one who's treating the client, even though we have other people that are taking care of my clients, it's also my responsibility to make sure they leave out of a House of Youth happy, that they're satisfied with their service. That's also a responsibility that I'm taking also on my shoulder, to make sure everybody is happy when they're done with their service.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, like, what more could you want from someone that you're putting and you're entrusting your entire skin journey to feel like they are responsible for every part, every aspect, even if your hands aren't touching the client directly.
Yes.
It's still a representation of your space here.
Definitely.
And you want top-notch results for them.
Yes, definitely, yes.
So Myra, what would you say like success looks like to you now that you've had this space? It's been how long since you've been in the space now?
For 3 months.
3 months in this new location.
In this new location.
In this
yes.
new location. But like, how would you say now that you've come here, you've settled in, how has it shifted your perspective on success now?
The success now is for you not to struggle with the schedule. You have the client flow. You walk in, you check your scheduling, and you see it's booked. You're not the only one who is booked, but also you also want to make sure that your other employees are also booked, so they're not sitting there waiting for a client or waiting for a walk-in. That's a success. To see like a full schedule.
Yes. I mean, that's very admirable, like, honestly, that you're able to create that, not just for yourself, but for all the people that you employ here as well. I kind of want to know, especially for myself, what do you think is, in all your years with skincare, what do you think is something that is really overhyped in skincare, whether it's with treatments or a product or anything like that? It's overhyped, it doesn't really work, doesn't give the good results that people think it does.
Okay, the overhyped, my pet peeve is when people are using too many products.
Okay.
Like
the 12-step routine.
That is unnecessary. There is only certain extent of products your skin can penetrate. So if you overwhelm your skin is going to reject. But also, what's also overhyped is those TikTok viral videos, TikTok products. I get texts from my clients, hey Myra, I saw this on TikTok, can I use this? I'm like, well, might be good for somebody else, but it might not be good for you.
Yeah.
So overhyped is mainly the products. The Korean skincare is on the market.
100%.
A lot of people are really into it, but it's not working for everybody. So
actually, I want to get your thoughts on Korean skincare. It's the whole fad of social media now, especially. I feel like, you know, talking to a girlfriend of mine that's in that space specifically, she's like, we don't even get retail shelving unless you have online consumer results that you are able to sell your product online. Even retail storefronts right now don't even want to shelf certain products unless you're proving your online e-commerce results. So you talking about that influencer marketing, pushing skincare, majority of which is Korean skincare now. I just want to know, what's your thought process with curating skincare lines? What do you think about the whole Korean skincare journey now?
So the Korean skincare journey is, like I said, it's not for everybody. It's more like a gentle skincare. It's for people that is designed more for Korean people. Their skin is always they always have nice, glowy, healthy skin. But if you're someone that you suffer from acne, if you suffer from pigmentation, melasma, it's not going to help you. It's too gentle for you. Because Korean skincare, they don't use acid-based products. They're more on the gentle side. It's perfect to repair the barrier of your skin. But if you're somebody that you have melasma, I don't think so that's a good fit, or acne. So you want to incorporate acids into your
This comes
skincare.
down to you having such a wide scope that you know what one person is a good candidate for. Maybe this other person needs something more heavy duty for their skincare regimen. I kind of want to know, like, if you were going to start over and be an esthetician today, what do you think that you would do differently than what your journey has been?
I would do more thorough research, buying products, investing into products, investing into equipments that sometimes I felt like it was unnecessary. I've invested and I didn't use that much. But no regrets.
Everything's a learning process.
So it's okay.
It's a part of the mistake that a lot of estheticians make early on. Is there anything that you think a lot of other estheticians that are looking to you and they're dreaming about doing this one day and having a space like this, is there something you think a lot of them might underestimate about the business side to it?
Well, if they want to go solo, if they want to start their own journey, start. Don't hesitate. You're going to have to start from somewhere. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have good and bad moments. You're going to have some mistakes with the clients. It's okay. It's just you're going to educate them and help them out. But if they want to start their own journey, don't hesitate. Go for it.
So your best advice if they're feeling scared is know that like that's just the voice in the back of your head.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yes.
I get that all the time.
Yes.
Okay, Myra, so I want to know, when a client looks in their mirror after working with you, what do you want them to feel?
I want them to feel confident, to feel best in their skin, to feel like, wow, we got a nice glow. We can walk outside without having makeup, trying to cover up some stuff.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, like, if you're suffering from acne, you have some flaws on your skin, it's okay. Nobody's perfect. Let your skin to breathe. We'll get you there that you're gonna walk around without concealer or makeup.
Yeah, like there's no better feeling than being able to give your client that confidence, you know, that they feel good in their skin without even having to like mask something or have to wear makeup.
Yes.
Like getting them to that point
That's the best feeling, when you get them to that point.
Yeah.
When you see them walking in without makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, Myra, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having
And
me.
if you guys are watching, make sure to check out House of Youth Spa. Like, we're gonna have everything linked below. If you want more real conversations with beauty founders that are building real businesses, follow and subscribe, because this is just the start of the journey.
Yes, it is.
Okay.